What's up, guys? Welcome to today's episode. I am back in Northwest Ontario, solo, and gonna be chasing some lake trout. As you guys can see, I just got out here, got a beautiful little sunrise behind me, got some holes drilled, got all my cameras set up, did some rigging to my rod, little modifications on my bait. I'll show you guys that here in a second. But we're targeting lake trout, and if you guys can already see, I got my graph in here. There's already some bait down there in the bottom. And I'm gonna target anywhere from 40 to probably 60 feet of water. Try a couple different spots that I caught fish at the other day, and hopefully we can break the 15-pound mark. Alright guys, so the other day, if you guys saw, I was lake trout fishing and I lost 50% of my fish. I caught 3 and I lost 3, which was a real big bummer. I was catching all my fish on this jigging wrap here. It's a number 7 jigging wrap. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this bottom treble hook and replace it with a little bit wider gap. So boom, I just bent that out a little bit. Got the hook off, keep that. And we're gonna put a bigger one on. If you guys can see the difference here. This is one that was on it, this is the one that's gonna go on it. So a little bit wider gap, a little bit stronger hook. I'm thinking the wider gap is what's really gonna help me. Trout have such a hard mouth, so I really wanna make sure that I get a good amount of that lip in there. And then I'm gonna sharpen these up again with a file and pop them back on. Here's our hook, here's my file. Always carry a file with you. It's not just for musky fishing. I'll file walleye hooks, trout hooks, pike hooks, just about everything. You get that one bite, you do not want to lose it because of dull hooks. And this is a pretty common thing that I do. You guys have seen me put bigger hooks on a lot of my musky baits or add hooks to my musky baits. Take this, slide it right back on here, bend this wire back. Just like that, give it a little pinch for security. Boom. It's even tighter than it was before. Same thing as the other day, I'm going to use a minnow head for scent, and we are ready to catch trout. Alright guys, here we go. First drop of the day. Braid's a little frosty. Fishing 15-pound braid to a barrel swivel, and then 15-pound fluorocarbon, about a 3-foot leader. You guys have heard me say it a million times, but always make sure you check your drag from the tip of your rod here. Do not check it here. It'll be much looser here than it will be here. Especially with these lake trout, they take these big hard runs. Make sure you got a good drag, make sure it's set right. I'm gonna loosen this up just a touch. There we go. And always check it throughout the day too, because as things warm up, the sun comes out, you know, I got a black reel here, this thing's gonna warm up a little bit, everything's gonna kind of loosen, so just constantly be checking your drag throughout the day to make sure once you get that bite, good hook set, and get ready for some screaming drag. As far as tackle, this here is a Daiwa Fuego 3000 size, and I got a St. Croix Premier 32-inch heavy. Technically my Great Lakes walleye rod, or one of them, but I don't have a really long rod that, you know, you see a lot of these lake trout guys use these really long rods, anywhere from 38 to 48 inches. I think I'm going to have to be getting one of those pretty soon here, because this is pretty fun, and hopefully I can get back up here and do this more and more, because there's no better fish to catch through the ice than lake trout. But another thing too is just make sure you don't get lazy. Always be jigging. Don't just sit and watch your graph and wait for a mark to come in, because a lot of times, you know, your jigging motion will attract these smaller fish. These are Cisco's, Tulabes, great lake trout bait, maybe some perch. But your action of the jig can draw in those smaller fish, which bring in the bigger fish, and it's just the food chain effect. And then once these ones bail out because there's a big fish coming, your bait's sitting there ready for that aggressive fish. On. You guys just seen me switch to a jigging wrap. Been trying a bunch of different stuff because nothing's really been working. I've literally marked one fish all day. Big head shakes. Oh, here's my swivel already. God, these fish are strong. Oh, he's all wrapped up. Wow, he's just barrel rolling. He's got the leader wrapped around him a bunch of times. Need him to unwrap. Get his head started. There we go. Now he's done. I know. Come on. Come on. Oh, you just crushed that jigging wrap. T-boned. Oh. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. He's still wrapped in the line. Oh my God, no way. Oh! Yes! Oh, I'm bleeding. What happened was I had him. He shook. Jig popped out. My line was still wrapped around him. It got caught in his mandible. I literally lifted him back up from the bottom of the hole and got him. Wow, that was crazy. Super cool. Oh, you can see I'm bleeding from the hook point that went into my hand. There he is, guys. Nice fish. As soon as I dropped that jigging wrap down, the mark just showed up. Just raised it up a little bit. Smoked it. Still bleeding a little bit from the hook in the hand, but that was so crazy. The line getting him around the mandible. Super cool. I've been moving around. This is probably my 9th or 10th spot of the day. Just being mobile. And I came back to where I started this morning, and it took maybe 10 minutes. I've marked one other fish and then caught this guy right away. So as you can see, he wants to get back in the water. I forgot, but actually Jesse's mom wanted a trout today. So this is a nice 4 or 5 pounder. Great one to keep. You don't want to keep the real big ones. So this is smaller than any of the ones we caught the other day. So yeah, if you haven't seen that video, you should probably check it out. But I think we're gonna keep this one to eat tonight. Here's my mess. What came flying out of the hole. This is still all messed up. It's a really nice big loop. Wow. Okay, there we go. But yeah, like I said, same jigging wrap, guys. I caught the fish on the other video. I did put the bigger hook on here today. You guys saw that this morning. That's sometimes all it takes, especially a fish like that. Like, you need every little bit of help you can get. And obviously the hooks are sharp since my hand is gushing blood. So sharp hooks, make your hooks a little bit bigger if possible. It doesn't hurt the action of the bait, and I don't think the fish really care. I'm just tipping that with a minnow head, and these are nice and sharp. I sharpened with that file this morning. So hopefully we got a little window going on, because we actually are right on the peak of the major today. Pinch that off. I actually just seen some bait fish down there right in the bottom. Let's get down right away. See if we can hook up again, because that is fun. Oh, look at all the bait. East, northeast of that point we were fishing. Yep. There's a hump over there, I guess. Made a circle and drove back. He's like, yeah, if you want to go walleye fishing sometime, he goes, go over by that hump over there. Top of it should be like, he said 12 feet, but he's like, I think I put you at like somewhere in the 20-foot range. I drill a hole 22 feet. It's like, you fuck. Oh, God. Nice. Came out of nowhere. Never marked him. You care if you're on YouTube?
Nope.
I hope this lake trout wants to be on YouTube. So I'm sitting here talking to a friend of mine I've actually never met before, Sam Hayes. We follow each other on Instagram, but we officially got to meet each other today. Did you see him yet or no?
No, not yet.
Sam's a guide on Lac Seul, which is one of my favorite bodies of water in the world. And I just had a trout come out of nowhere and slam my jigging wrap. This one's fighting pretty good.
We get him. It might be nice.
Yeah.
He doesn't quite want to come say hello yet.
No, those big head shakes scare a guy.
That's the worst. They do that when they get up on the ice like that. And that's the end of the jig.
This is big. Nope. Okay.
This one might be nice.
Yeah, this one's fighting me harder than any other ones I've had. Just slammed it. Like
yeah.
I love that.
Yes.
I like it's fun to watch them chase, but when it just scares you like that.
Yeah.
Right here's swivel.
Oh,
I haven't seen a flash of him. Should have 3 feet after the swivel. 3-4 feet.
There he is. Oh yeah.
Nice one.
He's nice.
Ooh, God. It is a good one.
The great hole debate for lake trout.
Oh God.
Which is better, 10 or 8?
8 or 10. Sorry.
I like 10 for starting them, but sometimes when you get started up the 8.
There he comes. Nice grab. Sweet fish. We kept that other one. And these ones and the ones that I caught earlier are definitely the ones you want to let go. We'll keep that 5-6 pounder that I caught earlier.
Stuck them in a little further, think about it. Where's the bag?
It's like you know what you're talking about. I don't know, I've got like 20 lake trout in my life. Alright, we're gonna bait up again. Check my line. Line's good. Grab another minnow. This big hook I think is saving me a little bit today. So these last couple of fish guys, I've kind of been seeing them up higher in the water column, and that's really typical of trout to do. They don't necessarily always come off the bottom or always come from the top of the water column or the middle of the water column, but it's good to just work the whole entire water column. I'm here in 40 feet of water, so I'm going to drop my jig down, let it hit the bottom, bring it up, jig it there for a minute, bring it up 10 feet, jig it there for a minute, bring it up 10 feet, jig it there for a minute, and then drop it all the way back down to the bottom and do it all over again. So you really want to work the whole entire water column. And that one fish I marked right when my jigging wrap was going down. When that bait goes down and that big free fall, just does this big wide circle, and it just looks like a wounded bait fish that can't get back upright. Oh. Oh, he hit it again. Got him. Yes. Whoa. Whoa, I'm dumb. I'm sitting here looking at footage from that last one to make sure everything's good. Holy crap, met my leader already. And this thing comes out of nowhere and smokes it. I like that. Oh, it is so nice out here today. I think it's like 28 degrees. There's not a bit of wind. It's sunny. I got no hat on. Getting a tan. Catching lake trout. It don't get much better. I really didn't think today was going to be so hot. The way the morning started out, I wasn't seeing any fish, and I've only marked 2 fish besides the ones that I've caught. Ooh, nice fish, nice fish, nice fish. This one's bigger. This one is bigger than the last one for sure. Don't want to reel up. I got my swivel right here. You never want to get that swivel in your guides, because these fish go off in one of those big runs. You don't want that running through your guides. Come on, buddy. This is a big one. This is big. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. This is big. Oh, I don't like when that pops. Come on, back up, back up, back up. Back up. Come on. Oh. Come on, come on. Come on, up the hole, up the hole, up the hole. Yes! Look at the jigging wrap, guys. Look at the jigging wrap. Yes. I missed this fish twice. I'm sitting here looking at footage on my camera. This is my biggest lake trout through the ice. Jigging wrap. Thing's pretty beat up. It's caught a handful of fish the last 2 trips. But look at this thing. Yes. Wow, guys. What a fish. This one's just built so much different than the one I just caught. So much deeper. The head's so much bigger. It's taller. These trout are so awesome. By far my favorite fish to catch through the ice, and this is the biggest one I've ever caught through the ice. It's not a giant by any other means, but from a guy from Wisconsin who just fished some inland lakes there, this is awesome. So thank you guys for watching today, and if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and click the subscribe button. I got a ton of new stuff coming out for this next year. And again, thank you guys for watching. Tensed up right away. Gone.